If you're optimizing what already exists, you've already lost. Think about this. How many marketing teams are just running the same strategy, tweaking the same ad copy, adjusting the same email sequences, and calling it innovation? We've been sold a lie. In 1999, Philip Kotler warned that marketing wasn't about being better, it was about being different. But 25 years later, the industry is still stuck trying to beat the competitor instead of completely rewriting the game. Most brands are just running a slightly faster or slightly better version of what's already out there. And if that's your strategy as well, you don't really have a strategy. So let's talk about what Kotler got right, what we got wrong, and why most marketing teams are participating in a race that we'll never win. Hi, I'm Anusha, Kannan, a marketer with a background in data science, engineering, marketing, and storytelling, and this is the Marketing Woman podcast. If you're into marketing, analytics, business, personal branding, or AI, we cover all of it here. And today I want to break down something that should have changed the way we do marketing decades ago, but somehow we're still making the same mistake. Here's the thing. Kotler didn't just talk about differentiation. He warned that most companies actually confuse execution with strategy. That's the real issue. Marketers keep thinking that running more ads equals strategy, writing better copy equals strategy, getting more leads equals strategy, but that's not strategy. That's just optimizing execution. And execution alone won't be enough because there will always be someone that can do what you're doing faster, cheaper, better. And if your entire game is just about improving what already exists, you're in a race to the bottom. Look around. Marketing today is just an echo chamber of AI-generated content that all sounds the same, white papers that nobody reads, LinkedIn posts just saying the same thing and calling them insights. We have an industry obsessed with the best practices. But the problem with best practices is that everybody has adopted that practice, which means it's already outdated because everybody knows them. So what ends up happening is everyone copies each other, no one stands out, customers stop paying attention. And when customers stop paying attention, brands start panicking. So what do then? They try to spend their way out of irrelevance. They run more ads, they push more content, they increase spend. Kotler's point was actually very clear. If you're spending more to compensate for a bad strategy, you don't really have a strategy. So if you want to stop playing this game and actually win, then you need to rethink your entire way of how you look at marketing. Here's the framework that I learned from Kotler. Number one, be different, not just better. Better is relative. Different is undeniable. Nobody switched to Tesla because they were slightly better than gas cars. Nobody joined Notion because it was a better version of Google Docs. Nobody became obsessed with Apple for its better specs. People don't buy what's better, they buy what stands out. So if your marketing is still focused on proving to your customers that you're slightly better than your competitors, congrats, you're officially replaceable because someone else can do the same thing to you. Number two, stop optimizing, start rewriting. Most marketing is already a remix of what's actually already working. And if you hinge your marketing plan based off of your competitors, you're still going to be second because you're literally copying the first person. Here's what I think marketers should be asking instead. Instead of asking yourself, how do we do this campaign better? Ask yourself, should we even be running this kind of campaign at all? Kotler's entire point was that marketing should be about shaping markets, not just trying to squeeze a little bit of ROI out of them. Number three, make leaving you feel like a loss. The best marketing is not about attraction, it's actually about attachment. Kotler warned that most companies focus too much on acquisition instead of creating something that makes it feel like you're not replaceable at all. That's why the biggest brands don't just have customers, they have someone that believes in them. Basically, believers. Think about it. You don't just use Apple, you're part of the Apple ecosystem. You don't just shop at Costco, you're part of Costco. You don't just follow creators, you become part of their world. The best brands make you feel like leaving them is an absolute downgrade. And if your marketing isn't doing that, you're basically just borrowing attention, not creating loyalty. All right, quick sidebar. I've been talking a lot more like this on my newsletter. I break down these shifts in marketing analytics, business, personal branding, AI. If this episode is making you think, I would love for you to check out the newsletter and be part of the conversation. Sign up, it's completely free at anushakannan.com/email list. Links in the description. Again, it's completely free. Now let's get back into the episode. Kotler called it in 1999. Most companies don't actually have a strategy. They just have a lot of tactics and they hope that it will just add up to become a strategy. But like I said, if your biggest goal is to do what others are doing just slightly better, you're definitely behind. So the brands that actually win are redefining, they're not copying or trying to be better than anybody else. So here's my question to you. Are you actually running a marketing strategy, or are you just running a slightly faster version of what your competitors are already doing? Drop a comment. I would love to hear your thoughts on this. And that's all I have for this week's episode. This is just a part of something that I'm exploring. If you love this one, I would love to keep in touch. Make sure to subscribe, make sure to follow me on LinkedIn, make sure to follow the Marketing Woman podcast on LinkedIn. Like I mentioned, I will be breaking a lot of this down in my newsletter, so make sure you subscribe to my newsletter. The link's in the description. It's completely free. And if this episode made you think differently, make sure to share it with someone you think would love this episode. And once again, if you're not subscribed to the Marketing Woman podcast, make sure to subscribe. More episodes coming soon. And YouTube thinks you'll like this video. Check it out next. Peace.